Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to being well-informed.
Glad to be here.
Today we're plunging into A Singular Hostage, which is quite a fascinating historical novel.
It really is. Set in British India, right? Between 1838 and 1839.
Exactly. The very first year of Queen Victoria's reign. And Britain, well, the Honorable East India Company, was pretty much running the show across most of the subcontinent.
And that whole great game thing, the struggle with Russia over Central Asia, that was really heating up around then, too.
Right. So our mission today is to kind of delve into this rich story, pull off the key bits of knowledge, the insights.
Yeah, look at the cultural clashes, the politics, which are intricate, and this personal transformation.
All through the eyes of this young Englishwoman who's thrown into a world that's just completely alien to her.
Mm-hmm. And we'll explore how people, navigate these huge societal pressures, these really surprising circumstances.
Expect some aha moments, I think.
Definitely. We'll see how challenging your own assumptions, looking at things from different angles, can completely change how you see yourself and, well, everything around you.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Our central figure is Mariana Givens, young Englishwoman.
And she's basically shipped off to India.
Right, thrust into this very rigid social scene around the Governor-General, Lord Auckland. And the reason? Her mother was brutally honest about it.
Oof, yeah. Basically told her she wasn't pretty enough or rich enough, unlike her sister. Far from fashionable, I think was the phrase.
So the mission is clear. Find an ambitious young man, get married off.
But what's interesting right off the bat is how Mariana doesn't quite fit that mold. She seems to challenge it almost immediately.
Yeah, despite her background, and she can be a bit clumsy, apparently shrieking about cold water in her boots.
Yeah, that bit. But underneath that, there's this real, natural curiosity.
She ignores the warnings, doesn't she? Miss Emily tells her, never allow a native to see you confused.
Upset or less than perfectly dressed. Classic colonial advice. But Mariana, she's out there poking about with elephants and mahouts.
And choosing to be civil, speaking Urdu to an elephant driver, trying to learn about difficult history, like the Black Hole of Calcutta.
Which totally horrified that old general, treated her like she'd, committed murder, just for asking.
It shows you how taboo certain topics were, but also how determined she is to understand.
It's a really stark contrast to the expected English stiffness.
And remember that story about her father? Saying he would mind having her beside me in battle.
Oh, right, after she saved that laborer, Jeremy, from drowning. Quick thinking.
It hints there's this core strength there, something totally at odds with the passive role everyone expects her to play.
Definitely. It sets the stage for what's coming.
Okay, now things get really interesting. The British camp is on this journey, and it leads to this huge formal meeting at Durbar.
With Maharajah Ranjit Singh, the legendary Sikh ruler of the Punjab, the Lion of the Punjab, one eye. Immense power.
And the spectacle must have been incredible. Decorated elephants, cavalry, bazaars buzzing, servants everywhere.
Pure theater, designed to project overwhelming power and wealth.
But underneath the surface.
Yes. If we connect this to the bigger picture, this Durbar isn't just ceremony, it's hardcore political negotiation.
The British need Ranjit Singh's support for their campaign in Afghanistan. It's a key move in the Great Game.
But the Maharaja, he's playing his own game. He's stalling, asking Lord Auckland about, stone bridges in England.
Yeah. Instead of talking military strategy, Auckland is apparently suffocatingly bored.
It's a masterclass in deflection, really, but there's another layer of complexity here.
The Maharaja himself. He's not the picture of health, described as weak as a cat.
Prone to these fits of paralysis and despair, and his health, his very ability to rule, seems bizarrely linked to this tiny child.
Saboor. A toddler, 1.5 years old, his little pearl.
But effectively, he's a political hostage, which raises a huge question, doesn't it?
What kind of power can a vulnerable child possibly hold in this kind of high-stakes environment?
And his backstory is just heartbreaking. His mother, Mumtaz Bano, poisoned.
By the Maharaja's youngest queen, Satkar. Jealousy.
And Saboor himself. Terribly neglected. His clothes are dirty, his head is scabby. Satkar actually offers ruby earrings to any servant who'll, make sure he dies.
Horrifying. His only real companion is this terrified servant, Reshma.
Who admits she was forced to deliver the poison that killed Saboor's mother. It just shows the darkness beneath the glittering surface of the court.
So Mariana encounters Saboor. At the Golden Temple, right?
Yes. And her empathy just takes over.
Despite the fear, the sheer audacity of it stealing a Maharaja's hostage, she makes this snap decision.
Her reasoning is quite striking. If the child did not belong to her, he did not belong to the Maharaja either.
It's pure compassion, but wow, the risk. It's an act of defiance against everyone, really.
And it immediately creates huge problems. How do you hide a child in a crowded camp?
She needs help, Ditu, her servant, who's very talkative.
Yeah, Ditu dreams of a princely reward, but he's also scared stiff of Mariana's threats if he blabs.
And they almost get caught during that rice test.
The rice test. That traditional way to find a thief. The idea is a guilty person's mouth is too dry to swallow the rice.
Ditu's panic must have been intense. You can just imagine it.
But what's fascinating here is how this network starts to form around Mariana. Unexpected allies.
Yeah.
Spiritual guidance.
Things that totally clash with her logical English upbringing, like Sheikh Waliullah.
Saboor's grandfather. Miss Emily just dismisses him as a magician muttering mumbo-jumbo.
But he and his guide Shafi Sahib, the interpreter of dreams, and this groom, Yar Muhammad, who has visions, they offer help.
Cryptic help, but crucial. And her teacher, Munshi Sahib, shares these parables.
Right, hinting at deeper truths, pushing Mariana towards a more intuitive way of seeing her path.
It really makes you think about how different cultures interpret things, especially extraordinary events.
She even gets cured of a snake bite by the sheikh, something her own doctor, Drummond, would say is impossible.
And then comes her biggest gamble, at the Durbar.
The Maharaja decides he likes her nice white teeth and wants a European wife, just like that.
So, to escape this forced marriage, she publicly lies, announces she's engaged.
To Hassan, Sheikh Waliullah's son, a complete stranger to her at this point.
A desperate move with absolutely massive, life-altering consequences she couldn't possibly foresee.
So this lie, this fake engagement to Hassan, suddenly becomes very real.
Yeah, she's whisked off to the citadel, thrown into these elaborate wedding preparations. Nose piercing, skin dyeing. It must have been terrifying and completely disorienting.
And she learns what happened to Reshma, Saboor's previous servant.
His nose was sliced off, a brutal punishment and a terrifying warning from Mariana.
But then something shifts. Her perception of Hassan, her new husband.
Despite her fear, he's a dusky-skinned native in the language of the time. Everything she's been taught to distrust, he shows her kindness, respect.
On their wedding night, no less. It's a powerful moment of challenging prejudice.
It really is. But the danger to Saboor isn't over. Not by a long shot.
The Maharaja's eunuch, Gurbashan, hires child snatchers.
Right, child stealers. They're actively trying to get Saboor back, which forces Hassan's hand.
He begs Mariana to take Saboor away, to British territory where he might be safe.
Leading to another escape, even more daring than the first.
Hassan's aunt, Sophia Sultana, she plans it all.
Masterfully done.
Right.
Mariana disguised in a burqa, pretending to be someone else's wife.
Saboor lowered in a basket from a window. It's pure tension.
And Yar Muhammad, the groom with the visions, he actually fights off the child thieves to protect them. Gets badly hurt.
This whole ordeal, it fundamentally changes Mariana. That recurring dream she had, the fog dream of uncertainty.
It finally lifts, replaced by this clear image. A clear sailing ship with a little dinghy tethered behind.
Symbolizing her journey.
Yeah.
Right. From confusion to clarity and this new purpose protecting Saboor.
It makes you ask, in those real moments of crisis, what deep inner strengths emerge and who steps up to help?
And the final solution for Saboor's safety comes from the most unexpected person again.
Ditu, her talkative servant, with this brilliant, almost simple idea.
Hide the child on the back of Motu, the huge baggage elephant, with a Mahout Hira Lal.
As Ditu says, very proudly, no one will look for him at so great a height. It's ingenious.
So Mariana, who started out just trying to find a suitable English husband,
ends up completely defying all those colonial expectations, embracing a different culture, finding this incredibly deep protective love that just ignores all those boundaries. It's quite a transformation.
It really is. So this deep dive into a singular hostage, it just shows so vividly how personal stories, even fictional ones, can light up these really complex historical moments and cultural dynamics.
Absolutely. Mariana's journey is such a powerful example of how even inside these really rigid systems, individual courage, compassion.
And those unexpected connections.
Exactly. They can forge completely new paths that actually have real meaning.
Thinking about it, does make you wonder, doesn't it? How often do we, maybe like some characters in this story, create these rigid boxes for people or situations?
Or just dismiss things we don't understand straight away.
And what important truths, what profound connections might we be missing when we do that?
It's a good question to ask ourselves.
So our deep dive ends with Saboor, safe for now, traveling to Calcutta on the back of an elephant.
And Mariana starting this completely new chapter of her life, utterly transformed.
It leaves us thinking, what really makes a family? What defines home when everything around you is shifting and uncertain?
And maybe how stepping outside those comfort zones, even when it feels really scary, could lead to the most important discoveries about ourselves and, well, the huge diverse world out there.